So I just talked today through text to an old friend of mine. First met him when I was 13, which was 1984. So I've known him for 38 years. Damn. But it reminded me of a story, an experience that we had with another friend and his father. So this was, I want to say maybe 1988 or 89, maybe 1990. It's getting a little blurry there. But yeah, my friend wanted to buy a motorcycle. I forget what kind. And he just wanted his dad to sign the credit or something. I forgot what you call that stuff. But he didn't live with his father, so we went to go pick up his father. This is the only time I've ever met his father. Never seen him again. So me and him and another friend went over to his house in East LA, Holmes. Picked him up and then we were off on our way to the motorcycle shop. Which, if I remember, I think we took the streets. We went through downtown LA. And his father was cool because the first thing, he might have just came out of the house with a beer in his hand, just drinking already. And we were already drinking and smoking weed. We're already getting our buzz on. So he came in the car, sat in the front. Me and the other guy were in the back. We were driving through downtown LA, afternoon time, probably a weekend, I think. And suddenly, we noticed there's a cop, the police, right behind us. And then we're like, oh, damn. We have open containers, we're drinking, we're stoned. And I think we just kept on drinking. We just didn't lift up the cans or something, or bottles. I think we had bottles. But the cop was behind us for a while. My friend had maybe a 70s. It was a 70s Camaro, all primer. And the back window was just fully tinted. You couldn't even see inside at all, just black. But he was saying, yeah, they're behind us, they're still behind us, they're getting close. Probably punching up the license plate, checking it out, seeing what's up, And then they go to the passenger side of the car, and they go right next to us. And it's a signal, a red light. They pull up next to us, and they look over, and I think we casually look over or whatever. Don't think nothing of it, And then we just keep going. The light turns green. They get behind us again, and then we're like, oh, we're gonna get pulled over. It's on now. And the cops in the 80s, the LAPD in Los Angeles, they had a reputation for brutality, being assholes. Not all of them. I ran into some cool cops at the time too. Seemed to get pulled over by cops a lot back then. But I've seen cops hit people, breaking up parties, pulling me and my friends over, getting us out of the car, our hands up against the car. Maybe one of my friends says a smart-ass remark to him, and then boom, punch right in the stomach. Seen friends get hit with batons. I was just thinking, being that it was maybe 1989, that NWA song, Fuck the Police, it really represented the way us young people at the time felt. But yeah, so they end up flicking on the lights, pulling us over, telling us to pull over. They got it even on that speaker. No, maybe they didn't, not yet. But we were looking for a place to pull over. Downtown LA is just packed with cars. And we find a Jack-in-the-Box parking lot. So we pull into there. And we pull into there and they tell us, okay, stop the car, don't even pull into a parking space. And I think at this point they're on that speaker talking to us. And they're like, turn the car off, extend the keys out of your hand with your hand, and then drop them to the floor. Maybe they didn't do that. No, because this is an important part of the story. But they were very much directing us on what to do, all kinds of directions. At this point, too, we're noticing, we got the tinted window, but me and my friend were looking in the back behind us as my friend and his father are looking through the mirrors and talking to us. We're all noticing that the cops got out of their cars, the two cops in that cop car, and they open their doors, and then they're kneeling down, and, they got the guns pointed at our car. I'm like, God damn, what the hell's going on? They're barely just pulling us over, and they're already with guns out. We're not even any kind of threat at all. And then I think maybe two more cop cars come, and the same thing. Guys get out, open their doors, all the guns are pointing at us. A bunch of guns, and people all over are just looking, watching what's going on. Tripping out on it. And then they tell my friend in the driver's seat, open up the driver's door, come out with your hands up, slowly come out, and they tell him to keep facing your back away from us, get on your knees, put your hands behind your back, and then one of the cops comes up, puts the cuffs on him, takes him over to another cop car or something, and we're just like, oh damn, we're all gonna get this. And then they say, okay, you in the passenger seat, open up your door, same thing. They put him in the cuffs, take him over to the cop car. And me and my friend in the back were like, okay, here it goes, we're next. I think before this point, though, my friend and the father might have given us the beer bottles. I can't remember, but maybe we just drank them real quick, so we just had empty containers in the back. And we weren't even, I might not have been 21 years old yet. Now, if it was 1989, it wasn't. But they have my friend and his father over there handcuffed. And they're telling him, where are you guys going? And all that. He's telling them, we're going to get a motorcycle. And somehow the conversation gets to, somebody said it, either my friends or the cops, I don't know. But it was like, hey, there's two more guys in the car. Somebody became aware of that, or my friend let him know. I don't know, I don't want to say that he let him know. Kind of sounds like being a rat or something. But he tells the cops or somebody becomes aware of that. Like there's two other guys in the car in the back, and they're like, "Oh, really? Oh, wait a minute. Hey, all right, you two guys, the one on the driver's side, come out slowly with your hands up," and that's me. So I'm like, "Oh, here we go." It's like, damn. They couldn't see us because of the tinted window. They didn't know anyone was in the car. So the same thing with me. Get on my knees, handcuff, take me away. And my friend on the passenger side, same thing. Cuff him up. Then they're asking my friend for his driver's license. He gives it to him. I think all this whole time, two cops still have their fucking guns pointed at us too. Other cops that are not talking to us. It's like, damn. They got all our IDs, punched us all up to see if we had warrants and all that deal. Everybody turned out cool. And one of the cops, I think he just comes up to my friend who's driving the car and owns the car. And he goes, "All right, so everything turns out cool. You own this car." And he goes, "Now let me tell you why I pulled you over. When we pulled to the side of your car and we looked at you guys, we noticed that there wasn't a key in the ignition. So our assumption was this is a stolen car and these guys are just driving in it, taking a free ride, doing whatever they're doing, up to no good, you know." Because at the time, my friend's car would start without a key. You know, he could just start it. And he got so used to starting it like that, he never put the key in the ignition. So that was why they pulled us over and made such a big deal about it, pointing guns at us and all that. So at that point, everything was kind of like everybody loosened up and they had a laugh with us, so it was cool. It's like, damn. It's like, fuck, you should have put the damn keys in the car, in the ignition. So then we went to the shop and my friend got the bike. He drove it back to his house and his father drove the car back to his house. And I think that was it. We just partied the rest of the night or something. Then a few days later, my friend with the bike, he lets another dude get on the bike, an acquaintance of ours. Dude didn't hang out with us much, but he lived 2 blocks away or something. I wasn't there on this day, but he lets him get on it and take a ride on it. And he lived on a street. On the corner was some railroad tracks going the other way. This is the street and the railroad tracks going this way. This is in Huntington Park, California. Salt Lake was for the railroad tracks, and he lived on Flower or Live Oak, maybe. I don't remember. But he gets on the bike and guns the ignition, from what I heard. You know, he goes so super fast and tries to make that turn but he's going so fast that he flies into the railroad tracks. There's some bushes blocking the railroad tracks, but he flies into them, totally demolishes the bike. It's a total loss. And I think he broke his leg or his arm or something, can't remember. And that was it. My friend with the bike, he never got another bike again. I forgot exactly what happened. As far as him making payments, or did he have insurance or what? Just don't remember. So that that was a trippy experience. It wasn't the first time I've had guns pointed at me by the cops, so there's been other times. I'm telling you, cops were very us against them kind of mentality back then. But the 80s were really fun. Nothing but partying every day, constantly. Go to school, party. During school, party. All right, then I'll let you guys go. Hope you found that interesting and relaxing. Talk to you later.